Hi, I'm Shine Hawk Waters. I am a psychic medium and I am certified in the Akashic Records. So, what are the Akashic Records? Well, it's a record of everything that has happened, is happening, and will happen. And everything with energy has an Akashic Record. So, the tree right here has its own Akashic Records. Every single thing. So, imagine this gigantic interdimensional library of information. Within the Akashic Records, you can access your masters, teachers, and loved ones. I call them your MTLOs. They will provide you with guidance on your questions, for example. So if you need clarity on, say there's something that you are afraid of in this life, say that you are afraid of water, for example. It could be that in a previous life, you may have drowned tragically. So in this life, you're like, I do not mess with water. So in this instance, your Akashic record would say, so-and-so doesn't go near the water, doesn't like water, doesn't swim. And then you decide, you know what, I'm gonna boss up, I'm gonna take swimming lessons, I'm gonna overcome this fear, and I'm going to find out if I like to swim, and it turns out I love water, I love to swim, I start surfing, etc. So then that Akashic record for the future would change based on your actions in this moment of getting the swimming lessons. Now, what makes it really fun is that my understanding of this other dimension is that time is our own construct, so that everything that has happened and is happening and will happen is happening concurrently in that dimension. So very, very interesting, very phenomenal, very powerful information is held within these records, and yet there's no question that's too big or too small. Now, I said I was certified in the Akashic Records, and you know, I'm still learning. I think it'll be my whole life that I learn more and more about the Akashic Records. I'm not sure that anyone can access it. I should change that. I actually think everyone's psychic, and everyone can access the Akashic Records with the proper training and certification, which I don't offer. I'm not selling that at all. But it's a very respectful entering of that space. I'll just say that. So, for example, when I'm doing a session with a client, I have a script that's sacred with how I was trained, and we open the Akashic Records together. You ask your questions, and what happens with my experience with it is that your MTLOs, your masters, teachers, and loved ones, will respond to your question. Now, sometimes they don't do great with questions pertaining to time, because that's our own construct. Like, when will I meet my soulmate? That's not really something that you're going to probably get a concrete answer to. And then monetary questions. I had someone ask, when am I going to be a millionaire? And they're like, millionaire? Oh, that's that energetic exchange those humans do on this planet. And so, again, money is our own construct. So, and they're in a different dimension than ours. So those things, bearing those things in mind. And the other times you may not get an answer to your question when you pose it inside the Akashic Records is if it's not in your best interest to know. And also, you can't ask questions about other people. This is just about you, just about where you're at, what your questions are about your soul contract, your mission here on Earth, whatever your curiosities are. So it's pretty amazing the information that I've personally seen get delivered as far as like mind shifts and clarity and releasing things that don't serve me anymore and stepping into more of my power in humility and love, moving through blockages that I had, understanding where they came from, and then being able to release that, doing a lot of forgiveness work, doing a lot of grief work, and you know, honoring those feelings, but getting through grief, doing ancestral healing. There's just a myriad of things you can ask, anything that you can think of in this space, and you'll get the answer if it's in your best interest. And I would say with my clients and my own experience, about 98% of those questions get answered. And sometimes they like to leave little blank spots in the process, because it's part of our journey to let things unfold, to discover things on our own. They don't like to spoil any surprises. So that's basically how the masters, teachers, and loved ones, how you interface with them within the Akashic records. And then the other thing that's really interesting is that there's really no limit to what type of question that you can ask. So your mind is the only limitation to the question. You can ask about prior lives, future lives, your soul tribe, your spirit animals, your soulmates, people that you journey with throughout different lifetimes. It's super fascinating. So that's the Akashic Records. It houses all that information about what has happened, what will happen, and what is happening concurrently. And it's there, it's available for you to access and ask away. Find a practitioner that you feel comfortable with and you trust. If you'd like to have a session with me, my link is down below, and you can jump on my website and schedule that. Thank you so much. And the next video I plan to do, you might want to get in touch with, is doing psychedelic integration work via the Akashic Records. Very powerful. All right, take good care. Thank you.